Hello guys, it's Josh from TradingPriceAction.com, and today I'm bringing you the week ahead for the week of October 20th through October 25th. So the first currency pair we're going to be looking at is the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar on the daily chart. Now I looked at this pair on my most recent currency spotlight, talking about this resistance zone right here and how prices were approaching it. Now if you see, prices have come right up to the resistance zone and stopped right here. What we're ideally looking for on this one is for prices to burst through here, come back, retest this broken resistance turn support zone, and then for a bullish price action trade setup to form and for us to go long. This would be the ideal trade setup. As you can see, market's in a current uptrend, so on this pullback would be a great place for us to enter long. Now, if prices get stopped at this resistance line, say it gets some resistance, then it comes down a little bit, and then it comes back up right here, hits this resistance zone, and then forms a bearish price action trade setup, this would be a pretty good way to enter a trade right here short. But we don't want a trade setup to form right here. We want a couple bars, maybe come down a little bit, and then form over in this area right here, and then we'd look for the prices to drop. So that's it for that chart. Next chart we're looking at is the US dollar, Singapore dollar on the daily chart. And what we're looking for here is that, as we can see, this support zone right here. And if we take a look, we can see prices have bursted through right here. And then a nice, pretty good looking pin bar right here is formed. So we should expect prices to come back up. Now when prices come back up, what we're going to be looking for is for prices to come back up and then a bearish price action trade setup to form right on this resistance zone, this support, or this resistance turn support zone right here. Actually, no, my bad, excuse all that. This support zone right here turn resistance zone, and then we're going to be looking for a bearish price action trade setup to go long. As you can see, this market's in a pretty strong downtrend, and this is a great place to enter on this downtrend on this pullback right here. So keep your eyes open for a pullback to this resistance zone right here. The next one we're looking at is the British pound US dollar daily chart. Now if you remember, I was in a recent trade where I entered on this pin bar right here, and then I exited right down here for a profit of about 110 pips. Now we can see that there's another pin bar that's formed right here on a strong resistance zone right here, this blue line. So I'm thinking about taking this trade, and if I do, this is where my stop loss is going to be. Stop loss is top pin bar, entries right below it, and then I'm leaving my take profit levels from my last trade, so they're exact same take profit levels. So if I enter the trade, this is what it's going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to enter the trade yet. It's depending on where the market opens up. But if I am, I'm looking for prices to drop down here, since there's a nice bearish pin bar that's formed right here. Now the next currency pair we're going to be looking at is the Euro US dollar weekly chart. Now what come on this is that there's a strong resistance line right here that's been tested right here and multiple times in the past. And if you look right here with the last three bars, there has been a bullish price action sandwich trade setup form. As you can see, there's a bar here. This middle bar here is the inside bar, which is smaller than this bar right here, and then we have this big bar right here that engulfs these two bars right here. And what I really like about this trade is that on this resistance zone right here, prices have closed above it. See, as you can see, prices right here have closed above the zone. So what that tells us is that prices are ready to continue up. So this is a possible trade setup with the stop. If I was going to take this trade, the stop loss would go at the bottom of this bar, and then entry would be at the top of this bar, and I'd look for prices to go up. I don't know if I'm going to take this trade yet. It really depends on when the market opens up and how I feel about it, but nonetheless, this is still a very solid price action trade setup to go long. Now the last pair we're going to be looking at is the US dollar Mexican peso on the 4-hour chart, which is a current trade that we are looking at. Now we entered on this pin bar right here. So as you can see, we are in some good profit right now. And prices did close below this take profit level right here, but if you remember, as I said, give this trade some room, so I kept my stop loss up here at this take profit level. Prices came really close to hitting the take profit level, but they haven't hit yet, and this is the pullback that I was expecting. Now I wish this bar right here would be bearish, but it still shows that prices were going to pull back, and what we're expecting now is for prices to continue dropping down. That's ideally what we're looking for. Now if prices don't end up continue dropping and hit our stop loss, we would still make over 157 pips. So no matter what, this is a win-win trade and a very good risk-reward ratio trade, but it would be nice if prices would continue down and hit our final take profit level, which I set right here. This blue one on the 12.6 is the final one that we're going to be looking for. Once prices hit this, I'm going to be exiting the trade, so it'd be really nice if prices come down here and hit this take profit level. So that's all I have for this week and this week ahead for the week of October 20th through the 25th. Leave a comment below. Let me know what trades you're looking at or what trade scenarios that you have that you're going to be looking at for the upcoming week, and just leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. So until next time, safe trading.